Good morning, friends of Knox-Met Kids at Home. May grapes and peas and grace and peace be with you. It's the first day of spring when you're watching this. It's the fifth Sunday in the season of Lent. Next week is Palm Sunday. So this is our final week using our theme of where the heart is. And this week's theme is becoming someone new. And Cheryl's going to say more about that. When you're watching it right now, we are 1 year minus a day from the anniversary of our first Knox-Met Kids at Home service that was held on March 22nd, 2020, when we began our time of worshiping as a community through our screens rather than in the same place. It's been quite a year, hasn't it? And as spring emerges, it's a beautiful day when we're filming. It feels like a spring day, and I hope it feels like a beautiful spring day on the day that you're watching this as well. But we're beginning to see the newness that is possible at the end of the winter. And we're also seeing some beautiful news around where we are moving as a community around the issue of the pandemic. We're filming this well in advance as our family's on a 2-week break, and Miss Charlene McGowan is leading our worship and preaching in our 10:30 service, and our coffee time being hosted by Dan as usual at 11:30. In the notes to our service right up there or down there, if you're watching on YouTube, you can find a place to download our Where the Heart Is family resource. We'd invite you to do so and show us how you're using it at home. We're going to begin with lighting our candle, and Cheryl's going to join me to offer up our welcome song. God welcomes all, stranger and friend. God's love is strong, and it never ends. God welcomes all, stranger and friend. God's love is strong and it never ends. God welcomes all, stranger and friend. God's love is strong and it never ends. We're going to say that through again twice, but this time instead of singing stranger and friend, we're gonna leave some space, and you can say your own names. You can say the names of the people you're worshiping with. You can say the names of the people you see saying hello in the comments, or maybe you'll say the names of some people that you don't see but you wish you could be gathered together, remembering and being excited for the time when we are able to do so again. Sound good? Excellent. Give us a thumbs up if it sounds good. Yeah, perfect. God welcomes all, and God's love is strong and it never ends. God welcomes all. God's love is strong and it never ends. Big finish. God's love is strong. Singing, folks. Over the season of Lent, we've been doing a body prayer. I am here. And our friends, Emma, Eliza, and Cooper have done their version of the prayer that we're going to share again this week. Here it is.
And in this place we are invited to ponder the words we say and the stories we speak, and to listen for the voices of Spirit speaking and through each other of us.
I am here. And we are grateful for the places we find ourselves, and we accept the challenge to bless the space between us.
I am here. And in this place we seek to live in truth and from the heart, trusting that God is found within each one.
I am here.
And in this place we seek to look at the world, that ourselves, and even God in new ways, open to the possibilities.
I am here.
And we are grateful for the land we walk upon, our one shared home. In this time we think carefully about how we live in such a way that blessings to all beings.
Thanks, folks, so much for that video again. It was great to have you leading our prayer these last 2 weeks. Folks, look for more details about other ways to get involved as we move past Holy Week into our spring series of Knox-Met Kids at Home. Being that this is 1 year minus a day from our first Knox-Met Kids at Home service, we're going to sing one of the songs we sang on that very first one. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And I'm just angling my guitar here and I can get like the shiny sunlight off of my guitar. Pretty awesome. It's making me think I should get some like sequins and like bedazzle the guitar. Let's talk about that another time. You're gonna need a light, a second light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let's try that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now, the verses. Hide it under a bushel. No! Both because that would be a really dangerous, unsafe way of dealing with your little light, like hide it under a bushel. Also, then no one can see the light. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Won't let no one it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Won't let ninjas it out. I'm gonna let it shine. And then I'll share my light with you, and we can let it shine. You share your light with me, and we can let it shine. We'll share our light with everyone, and everyone will shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Got it? Here we go. Hide it under a bushel.
No, I'm gonna let it shine.
Let's hear ya.
Hide it under a bushel. I'm gonna let it shine.
Pretty good.
Hide it under a bushel.
I'm gonna
Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
this little light.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Won't let no one.
Won't let no just it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Won't let ninjas it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Won't let ninjas Woohoo!
It out.
We're getting good. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
This little light.
This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
I'm starting to get out of breath. I'm going to share my light with you. Ready? I'll
Share my light with you, and we can let it shine.
You share your light.
You share your light with me, and we can let it shine.
We'll share our light.
We'll share our light with everyone. Everyone will shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Last time we started really quiet.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
A little louder.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Really loud.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Big minute.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Whew. This is where
Well
we would
done.
get like some feedback going. Big like ride cymbal for the end. Great, folks. We're going to have a seat and we're going to share a story.
Over the weeks of Lent up until Palm Sunday, we're using this resource, Where Your Heart Is, which will guide us in our wondering. There's some stories and questions for your family to think about at home and some pretty neat spots to do some coloring. This fifth week follows the theme, Becoming Someone New. You can follow along starting on page 25. Our time will offer one way to think about it, and then you can read together as a family and think about it in a different way. The last few weeks, we met a young man who was very rich, a landowner who pulled down his barns and built bigger barns so he could store and keep for himself all his abundance. And we met Marcella of Rome, who showed a different way. This week, we have a story that we've heard before, the story of a great pearl. This week, we're going to think about it in a different way, which is how our siblings in the Jewish tradition have often thought about stories, that each time you come to them, look at it a bit differently, and maybe you'll see something new. The story goes that the merchant is searching in the marketplace for beautiful pearls. And she's done for her whole career, as a merchant. Because this is what merchants do. They buy and sell. And one can assume that this merchant loves it. Now in the story, she is searching for pearls. And in the marketplace on this day, she finds one pearl. A pearl of greatest value she has ever seen. And so she goes and sells everything so she can buy this pearl. Maybe you remember when we've told this story using our story box. At the end, we wonder, what is it about that pearl that caused her to be willing to sell everything? Today, instead of thinking about the pearl, I want to invite us to think about the merchant. Because in this story, when she sells everything so she can own the pearl, she actually stops being a merchant. Think about it. She sells everything, all her other pearls, and then buys this one pearl. And the story doesn't say that she sells this one. it almost suggests that this is where her story ends. She's no longer a merchant. From this way of thinking, this is a story about change, about someone who was once something and then becomes something new, something she never expected to become. I wonder if you can think of someone who has changed, or maybe think about a change in your life. I wonder if you ask people about what it is like to change. I wonder what we might learn. There are some neat questions and coloring in the weekly devotional. We'd love to see your coloring or hear your stories and ideas that this brings up. Thanks for wondering with me.
Thanks for wondering with us, folks. Before we leave a time for people to offer up prayers, we're going to sing our prayer song. Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. And while we're singing that, if you want to write down things in the comments that you'd like to lift up as prayers, things of joy and thanksgiving, but also things of concern or worry. You might think of people who long for safe space in our world as things to lift up in our prayers. And if you've got a high type voice and you'd like to join Cheryl in the high type part, you can do that in the second verse.
Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
And here's the high part. Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. And all together we end.
Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Great job, folks. Now, if you'd like, we're going to offer some prayers together. And if you haven't already written something in the comments below, you can do so now. We're filming a little while before you're going to be watching this, so we can't read the things that you're putting in there today. But if you'd like to read the things that other folks are lifting up as their prayers and offer a care or a heart or a thumbs up, or maybe if it's something sad, you might offer a tear face there. Our prayers can be our beautiful things, and our prayers can be our hard things. And oftentimes we have a little bit of both and more within ourselves and within our community. So let us pause. Let us read what others have written. Let us think of the things for which we're thankful and grateful today. The things that fill our lives with beauty. The people that we love, and the good things that have happened in our lives. At the same time, let us think of those things that are hard. Hard within our own lives, hard within the lives of people that we love, hard within the lives of people we've never even met. Think about how hard things tend to happen to certain kinds of people with certain kinds of regularity. And perhaps we pay attention to that. That might help us understand how we are called to bring our love and our light and our voice into the world. We're going to close our prayers by sharing a prayer Jesus taught friends and followers. If you want to join me with some actions, you're welcome to. For as a child turns to her mother, so we turn to God and pray. You're joining with the actions?
Yes, I am.
I guess you are. You came on screen at this moment. You share in the actions.
I thought we were
As
singing.
a child turns to her mother, we turn to God and pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth. You can join in the words too. As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And we can't share peace through the screen, but we can do this. We take our hands and we turn them like this and go down. Peace be with you. So peace be with you. And we take a hand like this, so we're pointing both at ourselves and someone else, and we say, and also with you. And you, and you, and you, and you over there. We're going to close with our blessing song. This is the moment we're singing.
This is when I come in.
May God bless you and keep you. May light from God's face shine upon you, and give you peace, and give you peace, and give you peace forever. There it is. May God bless you and keep you. May light from God's face shine upon you, and give you peace, and give you peace, and give you peace forever. May God bless you and keep you. May light from God's face shine upon you, and give you peace, and give you peace, and give you peace forever, and give you peace, and give you peace, and give you peace forever. So friends, thanks so much for joining us today. This is our last of our pre-recorded services, and we're back at our usual way on Palm Sunday. And we'll watch for some special palm branches for coloring. Watch for that in this next coming Friday's weekly email. Till then, friends, may grace and peace and grapes and peas be with you all.